Yes, sir.
In the first 2 games, how would you grade your team?
I would give us a solid B. I think the first game we lacked a little execution. I think the first half of this game against Steele Collins we lacked a little execution. But there were definitely things in those first 2 games that I saw that I really liked. So I think a solid B. We still have some work to do, but we're headed in the right direction. Next question. Yes, ma'am.
Coach King, there was quite a difference in the team from the first half to the second half. Can you talk about your halftime adjustments?
Yes, the first half, they just came out with no intensity, lazy on both ends, and they were playing like they didn't want to be there. And so I kind of got onto them quite a bit during halftime, and that needed to change. There's got to be a certain level of intensity that you play basketball with, and I try to stress to my guys that has to be constant. You always have to play with that certain level of intensity. And as soon as it drops, your whole team drops. And so that's the adjustment that took place during halftime, and that's why you saw the difference from the first half to the second half. It looked like a totally different team. So, next question. Yes, sir.
Coach, what do you think of the performance of your second and third team players?
I could not be more proud of those guys. They got in the game and they did exactly what I wanted them to do. They had energy, they moved the ball, they played hard on defense. They really showed that the first team guys how to play the game the raw basketball way. I couldn't be more proud. I loved watching those guys. If I could have kept them in the game for longer, if there was more game to be played, they would have stayed in because they did a heck of a job. So hats off to those guys. And playing against Steele Collins, they got a good thing going over there. And, not trying to take anything away from them. This is their first year playing basketball. So, they got a few years to go in the building process, but I think they're going in the right direction. I very much appreciate what Coach Green is doing over there with those guys. And they're going to be good. They need a couple seasons under their belt really to build the program, I think. But they played a great game.